10 weeks in the Billboard 200 Top 10. VIP seats gone in 10 minutes in Singapore, and now the Korean government has stepped into the Busan hotel fight. Arirang stopped being just a chart story pretty quickly. This is BTS Daily Podcast. I'm Liz, Joey's here, and today we're talking about what this tour actually feels like when you're the one trying to get the ticket or book the hotel room.
And Jungkook just hit his 7th YouTube milestone. So yeah, I have feelings. Buckle up.
We start in Singapore because presale opened this morning and the whole story is the gap between got VIP in 10 minutes and still in queue. From allkpop.
According to Billboard on May 31st local time, Arirang climbed to number 9 on the chart with 41,000 equivalent album units during the week ending May 28th. The album has now spent 10 consecutive weeks in the top 10, making it the first album by a Korean artist to achieve this milestone on the Billboard 200.
So the number is official now, 10 straight weeks in the Billboard 200 Top 10. First Korean artist album ever to do it. We said yesterday this was coming, and now it's on the board. But I want to get past the record and into the logistics, because the tour dates around it are getting messy fast.
41,000 units in week 10. That's not an album coasting. That's an album still pulling real numbers while the group is getting ready for Busan and Singapore pre-sale chaos is happening today. I've been saying for 7 straight weeks the floor hasn't dropped, and it hasn't.
And that's the shift for me. Week 1 through 9, we were asking how big this is. Week 10 answers that. Now it's, okay, what does this actually look like on the ground? In a ticket queue? In a Busan hotel? With the government paying attention? Here's Hazik Sukri at CNA Lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Mark and I'm the human behind the podcast you're listening to right now. I'm really looking to learn more about what our listeners like and don't like about our shows. So if you're listening and you have opinions about these podcasts, I would love the chance to chat with you personally. There's a link in the show notes with how to get in touch, or you could email me at hello@lanternpodcast.com. Thanks. Now back to the episode.
The first day of ticket pre-sales for K-pop superstars BTS's upcoming Singapore concert kicked off at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, June 3rd, with queue numbers in their 10,000s. Many members of the CNA Lifestyle team took part in Wednesday's presale, which was open to fans who held an official ARMY membership from fan platform Weverse.
Singapore presale opened at noon local time today. 4 dates: National Stadium, December 17 through 22. VIP seats were gone in 10 minutes. 10, and there are still fans sitting in 5-figure queues right now.
It's the same split we saw in Melbourne. One fast lane for whoever got queue priority, and everybody else watching the clock. After North America and Melbourne, Singapore queues are now stretching into 5 figures. And honestly, I called this.
What keeps jumping out to me is the structure of it. How Big Hit and the venue tiered access matters here. VIP clearing in 10 minutes while the general queue is still grinding says the tier setup, not just raw demand, is creating that gap. Melbourne got a 3rd date added. Singapore had 4 dates announced up front. Did they learn, or is this just a bigger runway for the same chaos?
4 dates announced Mirosh, and VIP still disappeared in 10 minutes. That's demand outgrowing the framework they built for it.
From the Korea Times.
Korean authorities are moving to crack down on alleged hotel price gouging and reservation abuses after BTS members publicly criticized soaring accommodation costs ahead of the K-pop group's upcoming concerts in Busan. The global K-pop superstars are set to hold BTS World Tour Arirang in Busan on June 12th to 13th, coinciding with the group's debut anniversary on June 13th.
The Korea Fair Trade Commission and the Korea Consumer Agency ran a survey in May. 135 accommodation facilities in Busan, concert weekend versus surrounding weekends. Average prices were 2.4 times higher. Motels were up 3.3 times. Some places were charging 5 times their normal rate. A room that usually goes for 100,000 won was listed at 750,000.
And the reason the government is moving on this isn't just the survey. It's because BTS members said something first. They flagged the costs, then a policy response followed. That's the members going to bat for people trying to get to Busan.
That matters alongside the Festa countdown Big Hit has been running so carefully. The 13 BTS moment, the anniversary concerts, all of it lands June 12th and 13th. That's a very deliberate emotional arc. Now it's running next to a government intervention. The whole thing just got more complicated.
I keep thinking about the room that was 300,000 won and ended up at 1.8 million. International fans already bought flights. They're already in queue for Singapore presale right now. Then they find out the hotel tripled. The members knew that math was brutal, and they said it out loud.
From Moonwon Shik at STARNEWS.
Recently, the audio video for Jungkook's solo single 3D, uploaded on his official YouTube topic, reached 100 million views. Jungkook has recorded over 100 million views for 3D, 7 explicit version, 153 million, clean version, 100 million, Standing Next to You, 120 million, Still With You, 120 million, Euphoria, 157 million, and Dreamers, 100 million.
Okay, 7 YouTube audio videos over 100 million views. 3D, both versions of 7, Standing Next to You, Still With You, Euphoria, Dreamers. That's not a viral moment. That's a discography performing at that level, and he's doing it while Arirang is still actively running.
And the STARNEWS piece buries the real headline. His YouTube topic channel is at 4.19 million subscribers, first for any K-pop solo artist. That's the number that matters. The 100 million views are the result. 4.19 million people subscribe specifically to his audio releases is the engine.
Meanwhile, 3D is sitting at 1.16 billion Spotify streams. The group is in full comeback mode, and Jungkook is quietly stacking solo milestones like he's got something to prove. Which, honestly, he doesn't. But he keeps going anyway.
This is the pattern I keep coming back to. Jin's solo tour numbers. Jungkook's 7th YouTube record today, both happening inside the Arirang era. The members aren't pausing their individual momentum for the group comeback. They're running both tracks at once, and it's holding. Here's Fairesia Maliha Riyawati. Sohadi Putri at Tempo.
Ticket sales for the Singapore shows of BTS World Tour Arirang will kick off with a pre-sale this afternoon, June 3rd. As the concert marks the group's return to the city-state after 7 years, anticipation is understandably at an all-time high.
Singapore pre-sale went live today at noon. Army membership only, registration closed May 25, and this is BTS's first Singapore stop in 7 years. 4 dates at the National Stadium in December, and the queue is moving exactly as chaotically as you'd expect.
Haha, 7 years, and Big Hit gave them 4 dates. Not 2, not 3, 4, which tells you everything about what they were expecting from demand. Some fans grabbed VIP in 10 minutes. Others are still sitting in queue right now listening to this.
That 10-minute VIP window is the part I keep coming back to, because we saw Melbourne add a third night after presale pressure, and now Singapore has a Live Nation presale on June 4 as a second window. The question is whether 4 nights holds, or whether December gets a 5th date. If you track K-pop news beyond BTS, try New Jeans' daily podcast, a bunny's briefing on Minji, Hanni, Danielle, Heron, and Haein, with Comeback Watch, Adore/Hybe updates, music signals, and K-pop news. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts. You'll find links to everything we covered today in the show notes, so if a story caught your ear, you can head there and read the source for yourself. That's BTS Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern Podcast.